Today I'm working on a 2017 Volkswagen Gti. Just thought I'd make a quick video showing you kind of a coolant leak that's a little bit less common, and it's easy to misdiagnose as being a water pump. Being that water pumps are, always leaking on these things. It's a very, very common job. But if you look more towards the front of the engine on the same side, you'll see staining kind of closer to the front of the engine here, underneath the alternator bracket. The AC compressor mounts down here, the alternator mounts up here, and underneath you'll have a coolant leak from right that area there. And it's actually the oil filter housing gasket. So there's a big gasket behind this. You have to pull the AC compressor up. I didn't even discharge the system. I just kind of was able to pull the, disconnect the battery, pull the alternator up out of here, and then pull the AC compressor and swing it out of the way. And I can get in here and remove these triple square fasteners, all of these, and remove this whole housing here, replace the little union pipe that connects the oil cooler to the water pump, and then the gasket for the, I'm also going to replace the oil cooler gasket here that connects the oil cooler to the oil filter housing. But the oil filter housing gasket to the block is what's leaking. I'll show you what it looks like from underneath. Okay, from underneath you'll see the coolant leak on the front edge, much like the water pump, but more towards the front, and it'll be underneath this bracket here is where you'll see the majority of the coolant leaking. So that's it. It's difficult to see with everything in place. That's why I kind of pulled it apart a little bit before I showed you. But you can, from the bottom, if you're real careful, you can get a decent enough angle where you can kind of see the lower edge of where it attaches to the block here, this bracket. And yeah, something to look out for. I've replaced it several times before on like the Mk7 Gti, the CCTA engines and stuff like that. But this is the next version of that EA888 engine, and it's having the same issue. It's probably the same gasket, honestly. But yeah, something to look for. Thanks for watching.